Well, the ice over the ECU cut down the restart time down to 10 minutes or so. It's been running now for 2 or 3 minutes. Pressure's at 60 just fine. Idle's great. Hook the laptop up while I'm recording it running. Cover's still cool from the ice. Anything to stand it up. Got nothing to hold it up for. See if I can do this one-handed. Hey Lee, it seems to be a nice kit. Definitely get a nice fuel pump system. I bought a big one because I plan on going turbo, but it looks like the Holley one's pretty good, the one they sent. So it must be warmed up, it's learning. can see here, it's well above 160, so it's tuning. And the closed loop itself, I got at 0. I'm sure the learn is a couple percentage, but the idle's tuned real good because since an idle's good. It's starting to do it. And it's just playing with the idle a little bit. This air-fuel ratio it shouldn't be rounding up. It's rounding too many decimal points and just flickers between 13 and 14. I need to change that, but yeah, I got the no load tuned pretty good. Lee, yeah, in the garage here I got tuned good because I get 10 minutes at a time, and I can data log that whole time, so it learns pretty well. And I adapt, kick over the learn table to the map, and then smooth everything out by hand. You got a learn table. All this green here is how the computer is adjusting it. That's the self-learning, if you want to call it that, but it's just long-term trims, kind of like HP tuners and GM stuff. I got these down, if you can see. They're less than 3. The change in Ohio weather adjust that more than that. And then base fuel table I have pretty well smooth. I could smooth out more, but I want to drive it around a little bit more. Like, I'm not real sure whether I should lower that or raise it, but leave it there until I can drive around some more comfortably. Lee, what do you want to bring on camera? Cooling works good. You see it was up to 180. Cooling fan took it down to 172. I turned that down a little bit, hoping the fan will blow on the ECU a bit and cool it down faster. I don't know if I turned on data login on here. Should be. Yeah. Sorry I can't get it to focus on those values, but that's all the factory settings. I just got a save timing set up in there. Fuel pump still right at 60 psi. That's a little warm, but not that bad. I did move the PCV valve from this port to the intake to try and, if any heat is coming from this going into there. I don't want to rev it too much. This thing's kind of loud. What'd you want, Josh? What'd you want brought on camera? Or that's probably just a setting. Yeah, that's just notifications. This is only like the second time I ever went live, so it is what it is. Hi, Bill. Trying to catch a live video of this thing just failing on me. I'm sure everybody's having like Easter dinner right now. Saturday before. There it is. It just dies. It just happened to be when I revved it that time, but that's what it does. It just, it's done. I don't know, it's warm, but it's not hot. Screen's still showing everything, and it cooled down all the way to 165, so it didn't overheat or nothing. So I restarted it.
It's not one of those big movies that, like, you know, like Avatar, where everyone saw it, and so everyone's got an opinion on it. And like, it was a smaller film than that, and so it kind of feels like it's almost earned its right to just be generally well regarded. Yeah, you know, rather than have its reputation precede it. DJ Just says, P.S. how to split messages and donations up as there's a limit on text allowed via YouTube. Matt, just wanted to say, keep up the great work, mate. Daz, thank you, man. Dominic the Donkey says, what drinks are you lads enjoying? Well, I think I've talked about this already. I've got Woodford Reserve, and I think Lawman's on vodka. Indeed.
Yeah, now it just barely hits.
Super chat, so thanks, mate. John Oaktree, another gag I love is that there's a strip club in the Hot Fuzz universe called Flappers, and Tina, Skinner's assistant,
I think he says, like, he doesn't seem to be saying, like, a lot of people have a second job, and he mentions this, and then if she looks at one of the aunties, I think that's
Well, he kind of smiles at her, and then he looks at the other auntie, and he's like, oh, shit. Chris Cooper says, nothing like a bit of girl on girl.
Sorry, oh, friggin' focus.
Yeah, indeed. Also Hyperspark and also
So it does. Yep, once it, as you've seen, after it runs perfect and idle starts up fine for about, it looks like it took 8 minutes. Now it barely hits.
And also a great example of progressive values and social commentary done right.
Yeah, they have a bit of fun with, you know, the proper guidelines for what the said about what, and they just have fun with it. They don't make it like an actual.
Newest data log.
You're a monster if you go do X, Y, Z. Just make some jokes.
Imagine that.
I guess that was about 4 minutes.
Casey McGregor says, Hot Fuzz is my favorite.
The cutoff.
Yarp is still a common usage in my family. Have you watched Spaced? Also, big fan of Christmas. Sorry, big fan also. Christmas is better than Halloween. Well, Mulver, it's definitive. Hey, man,
Just saving the data log.
Popular theme, but I'll fight for Halloween every day.
If I want to open that data log, and that was the previous one. Here's the newest one. And then you can kind of see it just it's just idling for the entire time I was recording and live here. I was live when I hooked up the laptop and all. Let me turn off this damn YouTube.
It's a great read. Been recommending it to all my friends. Oh well, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it.
But you can zoom in here. You can see it just sits there, flutters. That's RPMs, map sensor, air temperature sensor. We'll add like closed loop on there, but it's the usual. It's just that they're idling. It's tuned pretty good, so it ain't changing much. Running, just idling, and then kaplow. No, it's not a MySpace tutorial. It's just a recording of this thing just cutting out after 10 minutes. So here's zooming in just this section. So the red here, I'll talk about on and off, is the RPM. So see, it's in there idling. That's when I cracked the throttle. You see it rev up. It only went up to 2,500 RPM. And then it just died. As you can see, everything just plummets off. This one's not as good of an example because it was I was playing with the throttle when it died. Let's see if I open the previous one where I was just letting it idle until it died. Let's see, it's the same as the last one. It just sits there idles for, I think I had this one another 2 or 3 minutes before it died. I can almost predict when, so Zoom in on here. Now the red line is RPM, blue line is map sensor, engine vacuum. RPM red, engine vacuum. What's green? Air temp. I don't even need that on there. Nobody cares about air temp. But it's another signal, so I usually have it on there because it's another signal wire. If that gets interrupted with RF noise, that could cause issues, but it doesn't seem to be it. Cold and temperature sensor is the same, just sits there flatline, but that's also a sensor that could jack with it, but it seems to be clear signal. I'll scroll over here to where it just dies. Now this one, it just sat there and idled and did the same thing. It's done this about 5 times. I just only data logged 2 of them so far. So the blue is the engine vacuum, going less and less as the RPMs went down and down, because it just like cut off fuel. Temperature good. There's no noise. If there's RF noise like I had before, these just go bang, like looks like earthquake chart. But doesn't show much at that rate. That's what I'm dealing with. I don't know if well, this video did what I wanted it to do. Just have a live video at the same time as the data log.